You wanted to know how much stronger the Ipost is than an ordinary aluminum fence post, and today we're going to find out. So for decades now, the conventional system has been to take a post like this, which is an 060 wall post, 2-inch square, and set it in maybe 18 to, if you're really going to be an overachiever, 32 inches of concrete, and walk away from it and call it good. We have come up with a patented system for installing no-dig aluminum fence and using a post like this inside of a post like this, and we're going to show you just how much stronger that is today. And just to prove to you that we're not doing any funny business, here's the post. It's coming out at, yeah, 060. Yeah, about 060. That's what most people are installing, is this 060. Now, some people have heavier wall posts. Typically, this is what you're gonna see is a 2-inch square 060 post. Very, very common all throughout the US. Because we're not gonna put a panel in this, I don't really care if I scratch it up a little bit. So we're gonna just drive it into the ground. I'm gonna drive this post into the ground 3 feet, and I'm gonna drive this post into the ground 3 feet, so we have an equal comparison. I'm not even gonna put the sleeve over the top of this one because, let's face it, it doesn't really matter. It's not adding any strength to what we're doing. The only reason that we don't typically drive these aluminum fence posts is because you need to get the panels inserted into the posts, and with a conventional system, you can't do that, which is why this is so cool. Now we can put all of our posts in the ground, fit the panels between the posts, and we don't have to use any concrete, and we can use a driven system. So the first step is to get these in the ground 3 feet. Let's go ahead and measure. Okay, 3 feet right there. Man, that's gonna be really hard to see. You think Miss Johnson will care if we just go ahead and, that'll be much better. I'll be able to see that easier. Don't do that on the job site. She's not gonna be happy with you. And you know the routine by now. We're gonna use the strain right post pounder here. And that's just to prove that you don't have to have a bunch of really expensive fancy equipment to use this system. And right next door, we'll do this. Now I know what you're gonna say, but you didn't use concrete. Well, really? That isn't gonna matter. We've already proven that the driven post can be every bit as strong as a concreted post, so hopefully we can get past the fact that there's no concrete. And we're gonna prove that again right now by breaking this post off and still not having the ground give way. In case you're still doubting the fact that concrete makes it stronger, we're gonna show you that it adds no benefit whatsoever. So this is an 84-inch tall post too, by the way. This should give us the absolute best result. Typically what we'd have is somewhere down here, we'd have a hole. And I've done this before, so I know a little bit about what to expect, but if I have a hole down here, let's say this is a line post, I have a hole here and a hole here, or a corner post, and I have a hole here and a hole here, that is gonna be the weak spot in this post, and every time it's gonna break right there. But to give this the best chance of winning, this has no holes. This is a blank post. Any results we get here are gonna be an absolute best case scenario and not even representative of any post that has holes routed into the side of it. So there's that. I'm sure there's gonna be haters saying, but. Everybody's got a but. Keep it to yourself. Or, you know, drop a comment down below, because that's always popular. Okay. Whew. Now for the next part, I've really brought in the true trained professionals. Everybody, you know Cade. Cade is my son. He has his T-Qual. What exactly is T-Qual?
T-Qual stands for Tight Quarters Operating License.
And you have it? Who issued your T-Qual?
I did, since I'm the owner and inventor of it.
Now, a little something about his T-Qual. He's had that revoked a couple times by me because, well, we've had a couple mishaps. We won't talk about those right now, will we? He's a young thug. Okay, anyhow, would you like to get behind one of these fine pieces of equipment? So zeroed out right there. Okay, because we're gonna actually put some pull on this thing just by getting all this. I want it up here at the top as close as I can get it. Now you're just gonna keep an eye on that, and we're gonna see when this thing snaps. What are you at now?
144.
What's the peak? Have you peaked out yet? Yeah, I think we've peaked. we've kinked. So now we're failed. Yep. She gone. She busted. All right. Go ahead and back up just a little bit. That's good. So we tied this one on just a little bit lower than the last one. What you got?
240.
See, so we're starting to twist, and that's when it gets a little bit weaker, is because we've got this twisting action, so it's spinning it around that way, and that's when we'll get the most. But you can see we still haven't broken. And I think we're probably about peaked now, huh? Yeah, now we're going down. I don't think there's any reason to go any further on this, but the reality is once we started to twist, that's when we lost all our strength, and that's because that webbing is not to our advantage. If we could keep that from happening, we would be even stronger still. But the difference here is where the other post was unusable. This post goes right back to the way it was, and it's still usable. Let's do one more thing. I'm gonna do one more thing just because I'm curious. I can get about 2 feet in the ground. I think that even at 2 feet, we'll probably be able to make this, see, peekaboo. I think even at 2 feet, we'll be able to put this right just above the ground and then pull on it, and we'll see what difference it makes having these 2 additional holes here plus the routed holes, which you would normally have, and see what kind of strength difference that makes. So maybe it doesn't make a difference at all, but we're gonna find out. Come on, go ahead and pound this. I pounded all the other ones. Good, good. Yep, we're good. This is obviously a 3-rail post, but we're simulating if this is a 2-rail post and you had your hole right here at the ground. So let's see if that makes any difference. This one's probably just gonna snap right off. Oh, I'm actually surprised. Nope, now it's folding. Yep, there she goes. 200 and it's trashed. So I don't feel like we've tested every scenario yet, so I've got one more for you. We're gonna put this one in the ground, and then Mr. Teakwall here is gonna see if he can break it. Then he's gonna see if he can break the one that we've already got and we've already bent on for the Ipost, because this is really where you see it. It's one thing to pull on something steadily and gently. It's another thing to pull on something and impact it. Impact is where you do the most damage. Think lawnmowers. All right. Okay, what do you weigh? $105?
No, 136.
Okay, put all 136 pounds of you behind that thing. Go this way. I want to see you tumble down the hill. See? Okay, now give that one a break. Break that one off for me, please. Come on. This is where you really see the strength. How easy was it for him to break that post, and all he's able to do is bend this thing around? That's really all he can do. That's why we make the claim that this is 10 times stronger. It'll take 10 times the impact force of that particular post right there. So now you know just how strong the Ipost is compared to traditional aluminum fence posts, and you know why it might be a good idea to look at aluminum fence a little bit differently and consider driving your aluminum fence so you don't have the concrete mess, no dirt, no cleanup, and you have a beautiful fence faster with the Ipost than you will with a traditional fence. I'm Mark with SWI, and you have a good dang day.